This is really amazing. Whoa. Well, I want to thank especially Congressman Alan West. He's an amazing guy. I've been his supporter over the time. He's tough, he's smart, and a real patriot. So, Alan, thank you very much. Also, Rick Scott. I was there at the beginning for Rick. He's doing a good job. It's not easy, I will tell you, and he's doing a hell of a job. You know, my second home is right down the road in your little competitive community called Palm Beach. You know that, right?
That's right.
I love Florida. I love it. I'd like to thank, first of all, the South Florida Tax Day Tea Party. The opportunity to address this group of really hard-working, incredible people is my great honor, believe me. You know, over the last period of probably 6 months since I started thinking about this, I've been asked so much about the Tea Party by reporters, by people, by a lot of different folks. And I've come up with a very truthful but very standard answer. They're great. They're great because they made Washington start thinking. Both Democrat and Republican, but they made Washington start thinking. So I just want to thank you all. I mean, it's fantastic. I also know that when I was asked to do this speech today for a friend of mine, he said it was going to be in a little auditorium with 250 people. What happened?
No!
What happened? And with all this wind, now at least you know it's my real hair, right?
Yeah!
The United States has become the laughingstock and a whipping post for the rest of the world.
Boom.
Whether we like it or not, and we don't like it, the world is laughing at us. They're laughing at our leaders. They're taking advantage of us, and it's a disgrace.
Yes.
I've said on numerous occasions that countries like China, India, South Korea, Mexico, the OPEC nations, and many others view our leaders as weak and ineffective, and we have repeatedly, unfortunately, been taken advantage of to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars a year. We have to take our country back.
Yes!
I know a lot of people in other countries. I know the top people. I know the wealthy people. They deal with me on a constant basis. They tell me, not so much lately, by the way, but before this whole thing started, they would sit with me at dinners and say, Donald, we can't believe what we're getting away with. I can't believe it. You know, these are guys talking to me. I'm talking to them. I can't believe what we're getting away with. And one called up, said, I can't believe now you're running for maybe president. What are you doing after what I said? Please, you're doing great. Your negotiators are fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they meant that. They meant that. And they say, who are these leaders? Where do they come from?
That's
Over
right.
the years, I participated with people like this in many battles, and have come out almost always as the victor. And I have to say that because, you know, I don't want to be braggadocious, but you need that kind of a person, whether it's me or somebody else.
Go Donald!
You know, when I read that line to my wife this morning, she said, Donald, it's too conceited.
No!
But we need people that win. We don't need people that lose all the time. So I took a little bit of a chance because I didn't know when I said that one. I didn't know. I said maybe there'll be booze, but who the hell knows? But that's what we need.
That's right.
I've beaten many people and founded companies, and I've won many wars. I fairly but intelligently earned many, many billions of dollars. And if I run, you'll see that, because I really look forward to disclosing my financials. I built a great, great company.
Go Donald!
And the reason I like that is it's both a scorecard and an acknowledgement of certain abilities. And this is what we need.
That's right.
During my lifetime, I've always been told, and this is very sad, that a person of great accomplishment and achievement cannot become a politician or run for political office because there are too many enemies, both very smart and not so smart, strewn all along the highway to success. I've heard this for years. People who have been in wars, even the most successful of them, leave themselves open to great criticism from the many that they've beaten and those that have watched these battles. The fact is, this theory of a very successful person running for office is rarely tested because most very successful people, the kind of people that we need leading our country, don't want to be scrutinized and abused. And that's what happens. Unfortunately, however, this is the kind of person that this country must have right now.
Yes! Yes!
Our current president they all want me to say you're fired. I mean, this has been like... We've got a long way to go before I start using that. It's too early, and to be honest, it's too trivial. But I have it in the back of my mind. Our current president came out of nowhere with no track record. So there was absolutely nothing to criticize. He didn't do anything, so I can't look at his 75 deals and say, oh, gee, look, his secretary didn't dot the I, and therefore he did something so wrong. Look what happened. His lawyer made a mistake. He didn't do anything.
That's right.
I never lived my life with a view toward running for office. So when bad things are said about me, and I'm sure they will be said, you have to remember, I'm a successful businessman and not a politician. Thank goodness. Business Week magazine, which is now Bloomberg Business Week, and in fact, I'd be very careful to say this because we have a reporter. Where's the reporter from Business Week? Where are you? Where is she? Stand up. Stand up. Oh, there. Where? That's not it. No. It's actually a beautiful woman. Anyway, but they have a reporter here, a group. Business Week magazine said in a vote of its readers that Donald Trump was the world's most competitive business person. With Bill Gates being number 2 and Warren Buffett being number 3. Steve Forbes stated that I was one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the history of free trade. Something which this country is not doing very well in, folks, I have to tell you.
That's right.
Considering the shape the United States is in now, we need a competitive and highly competent person to deal with what's going on. And by the way, if instead of China making $300 billion projection this year, let's call it profit, instead of all of these other companies and countries just absolutely draining our money, you wouldn't be having the kind of fight that we're having in Washington right now between the Democrats and the Republicans. We'd be having a much more thriving country. We'd be doing great. But you can't have China taking our jobs, taking our money, making our products, leasing, and the amazing thing, then they do all of this, and then they loan us money and we pay them interest. And what do? They manipulate our currency. Now, I know how to stop it. Most of you have heard me on television. I know how to stop it. They have a problem. You know, everyone says, oh, they've, loaned us money. Hey, I've known banks all my life. I'm doing very well, okay? But they've loaned us money. Doesn't matter. We have all the cards.
That's right.
Because if we ever did anything, look, they're manipulating their currency.
That's right.
It's almost impossible for our companies to compete.
That's right.
We have all the cards because if we ever did anything to